Have you ever looked around your home and think, how did I end up with so much stuff I don't even use? Clutter creeps in, slowly, sneakily, and suddenly it's taking over your space. In this video, I'm sharing 10 things you don't actually need, the everyday items making your home feel more cluttered than cozy. Let's get started. Let's start with the infamous Tupperware graveyard. That one cupboard where lids go to die. It's a chaotic mess of mismatched plastic, and every time you open it, it's like playing an advanced game of Tetris. You'll be amazed at how much space you can reclaim with a proper clear out. I don't know where you live, but considering that the median price per square meter of land here in Sydney is over $2,500, all the way up to $27,000 in suburbs like Paddington, those cluttered kitchen cabinets are some very expensive real estate. Is that random container really worth that price tag? I don't think so. So here's what I'd recommend. Look into nesting containers so they store neatly. Or get multiples of the same size and shape so they can neatly stack. Glass is better than plastics as they're also microwave and oven safe, though it is heavier and more fragile. But they can double as serving dishes, which means you can cut down on the needs for extra bowls. Now, if buying a whole new collection of containers isn't on the cards for you, check that all your containers have lids. If not, they're a bit like mismatched socks. It's probably time to say goodbye. You open the cabinet and it's mugs. So many mugs. Some you love, some you never use, and one with a faded Mickey Mouse print from a trip 10 years ago. But how many mugs, cups, and glasses do you really need? If it's just 2 people in the house, 6 to 8 is more than enough. For a family of 4, 12 should probably more than cover it. And if you're using your dishwasher regularly, you could even get away with less. I also prefer having a bunch of similar ones as they make my cabinet look more organized. And I especially like ones with a sunken base as I can stack one on top of another. This allows you to make the most of vertical space and extra room to store other things. The same goes for water bottles. Most of us have way more than we need, but honestly, 1 to 2 bottles per person is really all you need. I'm sure you have 1 or 2 favorites that you use all the time, and the rest are just there taking up space. So, if you open your cupboard and it looks like a Stanley Cup convention, it is time to let a few go. Keep the favorites and donate or recycle the rest. Ah yes, kitchen gadgets. Those shiny promises of faster cooking and easier mornings that usually end up as countertop ornaments. We've all bought a gadget that only does one thing. Waffle irons, egg cookers, avocado slicers, you name it. But here's the truth. If you can do the same thing with a pan and a little patience, you probably don't really need the gadget. My personal rule is that if something isn't getting used every other day, it does not deserve precious countertop space. That's only reserved for things I use daily, like my coffee machine and kettle. Everything else should be tucked away if you have the space, or donate it if you are short on space. We all have them. Cleaning products we thought we needed, but never actually used. The weird smelling all-purpose spray you hated but kept anyway. The floor cleaner for tile you don't even have anymore. Or the miracle stain remover that's been untouched for years. They're not just wasting space, they're wasting your time. Because if you have to dig through 15 half-used bottles to find the one product you actually do use, you're overdue for a clean out. Here's an easy fix. Keep your go-to cleaners in a single caddy or basket. If something hasn't been touched in months, or you forgot you own it, let it go. Your future self will thank you for this. By the way, if you're watching this and thinking, I need a proper checklist for this, I've put together a free guide with 100 plus specific items you can declutter, broken down by room, plus my best tips to help you actually stick with it. You can check it out here or in the description box below. Let's talk about that drawer. You know the one? It's full of random cables, ancient chargers, and mystery electronics that belong to devices you don't even own anymore. If you've already ditched the DVD player, it is time to let go of its power cord too. There's no point in keeping it. And even if you have cables that are still relevant, ask yourself, How many USB-C cables do you really need? Maybe 4 or 5? But definitely not 12. And yet, somehow, they multiply like rabbits. And let's not forget the remotes. Why does everyone always seem to have 3 different remotes on their coffee tables and 2 of them don't work? It is time to say goodbye to the ones that don't work, along with those mystery cables. Now here's a little tip. If you're still not sure whether you need them or not, grab a small box or bin and toss them in there. Leave it somewhere in your house, and if you didn't grab them in 6 months, then you can safely throw them away. Fridge magnets are one of those things that can sneak up on you. One day it is a cute souvenir from your trip to Barcelona, and the next, your fridge is plastered with plumber ads, realtors, and enough magnets to spell out the entire alphabet twice. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying magnets are the enemy. A couple of them are totally fine. They can be functional or even sentimental. But when your fridge starts to look like a cluttered bulletin board, it stops feeling intentional and starts looking chaotic. I personally prefer my fridge to be completely free of it. But if you like having them on, then I suggest curating them. Pick a few favorites that are functional or sentimental, like family photos, your kid's drawing, or a grocery list. You can even rotate them from time to time, but you definitely don't need 45 of them displayed all at once. For some reason, tea towels have a magical ability to stick around for way too long, like decades too long. We treat them like heirlooms instead of the hardworking fabric rectangles they are. But here's the thing, if your tea towel is more stained than fabric, or it has holes big enough to qualify as built-in ventilation, it is time to let it go. You can either throw it out or downgrade it to a rack for cleaning. They're great for those jobs you wouldn't sacrifice a fresh towel for. You see, the problem is not just taking up drawer space, they're making it harder to find the ones you actually use. So, I encourage you to do a quick tea towel audit, as you'll be surprised how much tidier your drawer can be. So far we've tackled the hidden clutter, the cords, the towels, the fridge full of memories. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. The big items that are taking up some serious space. Let's talk about the guest bed, or as it is sometimes known, the world's most expensive laundry rack. But if your home is feeling cramped and you've got a guest bed sitting there collecting dust, it might well be time for a little bit of self-reflection. How many nights a year does that bed actually get used? Now, let's imagine that you were lucky enough to have another room in your home. What would you do with it? A home office? A gym? A creative space? Or how about a personal yoga studio? The options are endless, and chances are you'll get way more value out of it rather than a room reserved for the occasional visitor. Now, I totally get it. It is nice to have something ready just in case. But that is where space-saving furniture comes in. A stylish sofa bed can be a comfy couch by day and a guest-ready bed at night. Murphy beds are great too. You can tuck them into a wall unit and free up the room for everyday use. Plus, you'll have more storage space. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a dedicated guest bed, because if you have the room for it, then you should go for it. I have one myself. But if you're very tight on space and have other needs, it is good to reconsider the options. My point is that your home should work for you every day. And if it is not fit for purpose now, it is time to think about how you can fix that. Have you noticed how many ads lately are telling you that your kitchen needs a rug? It is everywhere, insisting that you'll be so much happier with something soft underfoot while you cook. And for some people, that might be true. If you've got hard floors and you're on your feet cooking a lot, a rug can add comfort. But for others, it is just one more thing to clean. I personally wear slippers around the house, so I have no need for a rug in the kitchen. I'm personally not a big fan of them either, as they get dirty really quickly and it's much easier to mop a floor than cleaning a rug. But that is just my personal opinion. So here's the key takeaway. Don't fall for a trend just because it is everywhere. If a rug makes your kitchen feel warmer and works for your habits, go for it. Just choose something low pile and washable. But if it is just there because Instagram said so, you're better off skipping it. Let's be real here. When did our sofas become pillow hoarding zones? It usually starts innocently. You add a couple of throw pillows to make your space feel cozy. But then, you're not satisfied with how it looks. And then, you see a new pattern, or something on sale you couldn't resist. And suddenly, your couch looks more like a pillow fort than a place to sit. But here's the thing, more pillows don't always mean more style. In fact, too many can make your space feel cluttered and overstuffed. No one wants to rearrange 5 cushions just to sit down. So, what is the solution? Edit. Look at your current collection and ask, do these actually match the vibe of my space? Are the inserts comfy or do they deflate like pancakes? Am I using quality fabrics that elevate the look or are they just filler? The secret is to go for quality over quantity. You really only need anywhere between 2 to 3 pillows. Maybe 5 or 6 if it's a massive sectional sofa. Choose something with great texture, beautiful color, and a bit of weight to them. And the same goes for your bed. If it takes more than 60 seconds to make it, you've got too many pillows. Keep it simple, keep it functional, and your space will instantly feel calmer. If you enjoyed this video, check out this video on how to declutter effectively, and this video on the biggest organization mistakes people make. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.